Hey everybody, it's me DB, and welcome to my next episode of DB Cooks. Today, I'm actually going to start preparing for my next meal, which is going to be macaroni and cheese stuffed meatloaf. And right now, I'm going to do the macaroni and cheese part, and on Sunday, I'll be able to do the meatloaf part, and we'll combine it all together. Now, I have a pot of boiling water here. You need about 6 cups of water in a saucepan. And have it boiling. And next you're going to pour in your noodles. Just like that.
Alright,
Now I have 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese. The recipe on the side calls for just one, but this recipe for the stuffed meatloaf may call for more than just one box. So I'm going to pour in the second box now. And when we return, I'll show you guys how to make this into the creamiest macaroni and cheese you've ever tasted. After your noodles are done, boiling, you should then drain them and then add them back into the pot that you boiled them in. Then, you'll want to add 4 tablespoons of butter or margarine, your preference. Mine is butter.
Duh.
Thank you for that, Mom. And just put it right inside. Now, the next step is to take your packet of cheese and pour it right inside as well. And you get 1 packet of cheese per box. So if you're using 2 boxes, you're going to need to use 2 packets of cheese. I'm going to pour it right on in there. And now we have our second packet all ready to go. Now while the butter is in there, it's going to melt because the noodles are so hot from boiling. That's going to help this macaroni and cheese dish come along quite nicely. Alright, let me rip open a bigger one. There we go, we have a 2-whole packet there. Alright. Now, you can mix up your cheese packets, and you get 1 a box. So since we're using 2 boxes, we get 2 packets. You want to mix the packets in with your butter. They go right into the noodles, and you see how the noodles are turning orange to look more like macaroni and cheese. Now, we're going to put the macaroni in a storage container and put it in the fridge to freeze overnight. And when we come back on Sunday, I'll show you how to prepare the rest of this meal. So stay tuned, folks. This episode of DB Cook's product is Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. Hey guys, if you're looking for something cool for dinner tonight, then look no further than the Blue Box. It's the most fun you'll ever have with your stove on. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, now with no artificial flavors, preservatives, or dyes. You know you love it. One drink you could choose to have with this stuffed meatloaf is a margarita. And here is all of the ingredients that you need to make one. To help us make the margarita, I brought on a special guest, my brother, Master Margarita Maker Nate Beck.
So for a good margarita, you could use straight up juice from the supermarket. But we're going to do something special and juice it ourselves.
So what Nate is showing us is you need 2 fresh fruits. You need 2 limes and 1 orange, and you need to cut each of them in half, as you can see right here. Next, he's going to squish it down into the juicer and get all of that juice right out of the lime. And then he's going to do the same.
Oh, wait. No, we don't do that.
So Nate's going to juice the last lime, and once he's done juicing it, he'll be able to pour it over the small colander into this cup. And then he'll be prepared to juice the orange halves. Just like that.
That's probably good. So we have our juice all ready. and we're now going to measure out to make a really good margarita. So we take, this is a 2-ounce pour. We're going to take about 2/3 of it, of the fresh orange juice, pour it into a cocktail shaker that's already been filled with ice. We then match that, and we take 2 parts lime. We pour it in. Now, depending on how strong you like your tequila or your margaritas, you can go nuts or you can do a normal pour. I think we'll go nuts. Now you cap it. And Dave?
Now wait, we forgot a critical part. The sweetener.
This is blue agave nectar. It's sweet and delicious. So we'll put a good, healthy amount in there. And now we're ready to shake.
Please, sir, give me some more.
Now you see the white bubbles in the glass? That means that this margarita's been well shaken.
Oh yeah. That looks like it's well shaken. A little frothy looking on top. Take a little sip. Mmm. Wow. That is good.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Now it's time to prepare the meatloaf part of this dish. As you can see, through the magic of television, I got a new haircut. Alright. And now what you need for this is 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 egg, a little A1, some ketchup, mustard, and breadcrumbs, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to crack the egg open first. There we go. Add in a little A1. A1 is good, let me tell you. I love it on my steaks. Looks like we're getting a little low on the... Now, ready to add a good squirt of ketchup. Just like this. Alright, should be good enough. Next, we'll add a good squirt of mustard. Oh, just a little bit. First, you want to shake it up. Just like what I did with that margarita earlier in the video.
Grown.
There we go. Now, you want to add in a good handful of panko baked breadcrumbs. Just like that. Sprinkle it all around. Next, we'll add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. There we go. Now comes the fun part. We get to mix this all up. Now, Mr. Hands, prepare to get messy. This is always the fun part. We get to squish the meat in order to combine all of the other good ingredients that we have. That's why you should always make sure to wash your hands when dealing with meat. Now, what you need is a little meatloaf pan. And please ignore the oven. Now it's just telling me that the temperature is now set for this dish. You want to spray some pan. I'm going to do it all around the pan. Then next, you want to plop your meat concoction. Next, you want to add about half of your meat mixture into the pan. And what you want to do is you want to make a little crevice, some room for your macaroni and cheese. So what we have here is the macaroni and cheese all settled into its nice meaty bed. And then you add the rest of your meat mixture on top of the macaroni and cheese And then you're going to wrap it in this aluminum foil. Like so. Let's cover everything. That way nothing will burn when it's being put into the oven. Before you put it in the oven, however, make sure that you put it on one of these specialized pans. That way, if any fat decides to drip away, the pan will catch it. Next, you want to have your oven set to 325 degrees. And once that's all done, you can pop this bad boy right in. But watch the burners in here. They are hot. Just like that. So, according to the recipe, we are supposed to bake this for 25 minutes. So we're going to set our kitchen timer on and start it for 25 minutes. Then after that, if you feel that it's not quite baked yet, you can add in some extra time. Now, once your meatloaf is all set and baked, you add just a little more ketchup. Now, this recipe calls for lots of ketchup. Then you want to take a sprinkle of sharp cheddar cheese. And we can... Look at that. Beautiful. A little bit more, just for flavor. Now you need to pop it back in the oven for another 10 minutes or so. Look at that bad boy. Now, what you could do is that you could serve this with mashed potatoes, even though you kind of have 2-in-1 with this dish, the meat and the starch right inside. But that's your own preference. Me, I'm going to have it with mashed potatoes tonight. And of course, we can't forget the gravy. And that's how you make a macaroni and cheese stuffed meatloaf with a margarita, of course. Thanks for you guys for watching, and don't forget to check out my channel if you're new or if you're watching on MCTV. That's www.youtube.com/DaveBackElvis, all one word. And don't forget also to check out my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBYouTube. Twitter at www.twitter.com/YouTubeDB or /ElvisBeck, or Google Plus at plus.google.com/+DaveBackElvis. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the YouTube channel and you're watching this on my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to the button. It'll remind you of any new videos that may be coming out on my channel. I'm DB, and I'll catch y'all in 2 weeks for another episode of DB Cooks. Thanks for watching.